Welcome back to iHeart Crypto, where I take you through my adventure and journey in this crypto space. So, we got Bitcoin coming in at $34,950. And we actually hit our target box right here. Move my lines. Alright, we hit this target box right here. This is where we expected a bounce. And that's why this video is titled Don't Try to Catch a Falling Knife. We did expect a bounce here around $34,000 in this whole region. Mainly about here. We did expect that right in the middle. We expected to come back up and maybe make a trade for that. Back up to that high volume node. Of course, that did not work out. And I tried to catch a falling knife, and I lost some money. And I've been tracking my money, and it's been a significant amount of money again. And I'm very, very tired of losing money. I don't think I've made a cent in crypto. In fact, I've lost so much. And the purpose of this channel is to learn from my mistakes, to make videos and document my journey through this, and to be honest and open about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And I would say that if you are watching these videos, if you did the opposite of me, you would be in very much profit. So, one thing is that I give great advice on here, but I don't follow it. And I let my emotions dictate what I do in the market. You have to be unemotional, you have to be patient, and you have to be vigilant in your efforts to do all these things. So, just taking a look at Bitcoin, we were in this kind of wedge here, downwards wedge, and we broke down even further from it. So we can kind of delete this guy right here. I mean, you can argue that this is like a falling channel, I suppose, a very, very wide falling channel. I mean, you could draw it from the wicks if you really wanted to. There's a wick right there. And that would be my previous level of support. There's another level of support, and we could be coming something like this. This could be our like downtrend of support, I suppose, a very sharp decline trend line of support. And of course, we had this trend line drawn in there. How far was it? Right here. We had this trend line drawn in here. That's gone. We had this down slope of resistance, and we're actually going to keep that. We're going to delete this line as well and kind of pull this down a little bit more. If that breaks, we could be seeing a very, very, very nice bounce. So we're going to keep that there. But, what I guess I can see Bitcoin doing is just to kind of keep coming down. I mean, I can kind of expect it to go sideways at some point, right? Where we kind of do some of this. Right down here to about 29K. And there should be a bounce from there. At least up to this previous level of support right there. I say these things. In fact, we'll make another target box. Let's make it right around. It's really, we just move this one down. Just move this one down a little bit and kind of adjust and adapt to the new environment. So let's say we all the way down to, I don't know, right around here. That could be the new level for the bounce. And then this one, forget this high volume node. I think this one would go somewhere around here, where the previous support is, which would turn into resistance. Let's see if that plays out. And this could just be a downward channel like it was. People had it drawn in a little like this, kind of ignoring that wick, and more of like a downwards wedge. But as you can see, it's already broken down, and that kind of invalidates it. So maybe it's a little bit more like this. We obviously aren't going to come down and test this anytime soon down here at these levels for $24,000. That's probably not going to happen. This is what we got in. It's pretty nasty. And I guess I got some targets drawn in here for long term. So let's get right into it. What's this? Bitcoin on the 8 hour. All right. Bitcoin on the 8 hour is looking bearish. Looking bearish. Looking at it on the 15-minute. So, of course, I got a little excited. I saw this downward channel, and I thought maybe it's exhausted itself. Maybe we'll have a breakout, and we didn't. And we got not only stopped out, but stopped out in a pretty big loss. I think I lost like $100. But when I did my crunched my numbers for my portfolio, I'm down a significant amount. I'm down like 33%, maybe more, from what I started with a week ago. And I don't even know how that happens. I never know how that happens. It happens from selling. It happens from selling. And when you buy something, you better be willing to hold it. If you're not going to hold it for 10 minutes, you're not going to hold it for 5 years. Something like that. Warren Buffett said something like that. So yeah. Here's what we had for Bitcoin in the short term. Alright, let's see if this breaks. And if this breaks, we're definitely coming down. I mean, that's at 33,000. We'd definitely be coming down to these levels down here. In fact, this is a little bit low. No, I think that's good. Let's go with that. That's what we're going with. I mean, we could see another huge dump anywhere like this. We come back down. Kind of test that line maybe. And then roll over. So we got something like that. Maybe. Maybe. In fact, we'll keep that drawn in there. We'll keep that drawn in there. Let's see if that plays out. You never know. You never know. Now, from there, I would expect a bounce, because there is a ton of support down here at those levels. So you had support here. Just get that out of the way. Support here. And support here, all in this region. It got bought up pretty quick, so it is likely to get a bounce. Now, how big that bounce is going to be is yet to be seen. So, just as something else to look at. So, again, let's take a look at crypto market cap, CMC. Let's refresh the page, and let's take a look. Bitcoin down about 4.5% on the day, 18% over the last 7 days, 31% over the last 30 days, and 38% over the last 60 days. Ethereum getting crushed over the last 30 days and 60 days, down 40%. Let's look at our Cardano. Had a little bit of a pump, over the past week or two, right? And it is down significantly. Solana down 16% today, coming in at $93. I mean, these are like dream prices, but knowing that I'm in a bear market, you should know that these prices are just going to dip down lower over time. Over time, this all will, you have to be patient. You have to be patient. But as you can see, it is a sea of red. Let's see if there's any top gainers. This is usually pretty funny. Yeah, right? Pump ETH up 9,000% in one day. Okay, let's just take a look at this chart for fun. 0.004 cents, and it's just, this is going to be a rug pull. This is going to be a rug pull. Look, they rug pulled it back here on the 17th. This is unfortunate. This is just a pump and dump. Just a pump and dump. Where do you even get this? Pancake Swap? Of course you do. Yeah, Pancake Swap's a scam. So, let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. We were sitting at 19 the last time we were here. We are sitting at an 11. That makes a lot of sense. It is getting bloody out there. Our heat map shows just our stablecoins and Leo, and there's a few down here on your Ethereum tokens, but those are outliers. Yeah. Still really, really bloody. Very, very bloody. So, I did take some money and put it into my bank account because I needed some money. But that being said, you know, I think I took about $250 out. So you could even argue that this should be about $2,200, I suppose. Maybe even $2,100. Um, but in either case, that would be a loss of $1,000, which over the past, what was it? In how many days? In less than 2 weeks. In less than 2 weeks. 7 days even. It's a week. So, as you can see, there was a lot of buying, a lot of, stuff like that. In fact, I think I got $83 in this one. So let's just add that in, and let's sum it up. I did have a little bit of extra money, but that doesn't make a big difference, does it? No, it does not. So there you go. That's what we got. That's what we got to work with. So, if you look at this could have, if Solana goes down to $50, I've lost, 20 Solana, which, if you do the math, if we do expect it to go to $2,000, and that's just from that loss, right? Because if we had $3,000 divided by the 50, that'll give me how many Solana? 60 times the 2,000. We think it's gonna be to sell that's 120 grand. Now, being things the way they are right now, if we only had $2,000, which is what we have, divided by the 50, if it does come down that low, we'll have 40 Solana times the 2,000. And of course, you can see we are like 30,000. It could have cost us $30,000. So I mean, you can't sell once you buy, and you have to be patient. You have to be patient. There is no tomorrow if you lose all your money. And Solana already almost down a full percent on the day. It is not going anywhere. Let's just take a look at the Solana chart on the daily. On the daily, it is looking terrible. Absolutely terrible. Absolute garbage. But like I said, I mean, we could put some lines in here. I mean, we could definitely come back and test these previous highs. What I think happens is that we come over here at about $80. I mean, there's support right here. Maybe we hit the $70 range, right? So let's just draw a box in here. Draw it right like this. Coming down to about the $70 range. Let's say it's from 70 to about 73, let's say, to about 70. Right about here. That's the box I think we touch and we bounce. Or, you might get some consolidation in here until you come back down. Maybe you only have a little bit of a bounce where you kind of come back down, have a little bounce to that upside where it's, not much, unless you catch the absolute bottoms. I've been doing these little bear market BS trades, and then kind of come back down, consolidate a little bit, and then boom, we're down here at $44 and maybe even $20. So we could kind of set up some orders here. We don't want to buy at 70. We really don't, especially in a bear market. If it comes to that, we're looking at that right there at about $56. We're looking at about this right here. There's a ton of trading right here. I mean, 30. I remember $33 about being a very, very strong level of support. Let's just extend that over here. About $33. Yeah, big support here at about $30. All right, and then of course, the ideal price, which would be absolute insanity, would be about $20. I think that would be my ladder in buys for Solana, and we'll keep it like that. But here's where I think we get the bounce from. Let's see if that plays out. If not, because you never know what this market is gonna do, ever. you know, let's put Ray somewhere else. This doesn't belong here. Let's just get rid of that real quick. Put it by Serum. Yeah. And that's what I got for the charts, at least. And of course, this is what we have in savings, and that's all the whole savings right there. So let's see if I found anything on Twitter. CryptoFace was saying that there was going to be more downside, and it looks like he was right. But let's see what I got for you for in the news this week in coins. Wipeout for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, and almost everything else. So, the global markets fell 8.5 overnight. That's right. In 24 hours, the total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies across the global plunge down 1.63 trillion. Down to about 1.63 trillion. To put this into perspective, at this time yesterday morning, the total market cap of crypto was still above 2 trillion. Today's wipeout is indicative of general trend this week. Almost all top cryptocurrencies have been free falling over the last 7 days. The entire crypto market has had a terrible start to the new year, but things got dramatically worse in the past week. Market leader Bitcoin dropped 16.5% over the last week to hit a low of $34,420 on CoinMarketCap. Only yesterday it was riding $1,000 above the 40K threshold. The last time Bitcoin hit 35K was on July 25th, 2021. Wow. Ethereum posted a 7-day loss of 25% in current trades of 2,490, and the last time Ethereum's price was this low was early August last year. So how did other altcoins fare? Down 30% or more. Okay, Solana, Dogecoin, Polkadot, Avalanche, all of your ones that are just. In fact, well, one funny thing is that I did see was that Shiba was pumping. Shiba was pumping pretty good. Let's see where Shiba's at now. Shiba was up like 11% the last time I saw. Wanted a FOMO. Gonna make 10 more %. Just get it in. That's what my mind said. That's what it said. But did I do it? No. Did I make other buys in other coins? Yes. Because I didn't want it. Look at this. This was up. Let's look at it at the 1 hour. Yeah. Now, it was up 11 or 12% right there. And let's see. Most people buy the top. They are already down 9%. Yeah. Not good. I don't want to go through all these stories here because some of them are kind of long and I'm not trying to bore you if you are watching this video, but bearish chart hints at $70 Solana. Sold price is a possible oversold bounce. So basically it just says that, let's read the highlighted part. Right around here somewhere, was it? Oh, I can't find it now. But basically it's saying that there's more downside to Sol. Basically, that's what it says. So, this is life in a bear market. This is trying to catch a falling knife. And one thing you don't want to do is try to catch a falling knife. You never know where this trend is going to end in reverse. You really, really don't. I mean, it could be anywhere at this point, but I think we are close to the bottom for a trend reversal, but who's to say we get a big bounce? What I could see is something like this, where we get a little bit of a bounce, right? But then there's so much selling into it here. There's so much selling into it here. There's going to be so much selling right at this bounce because everyone's going to be trying to get out of the market because of the macro, the macro look of things. So, I guess that's about it. Let's check on Sol one more time. Sol had a nice bounce today. If you did get in on the bottom and you did make that trade, you could have made a significant amount. Let me just see what that would have been. If you did catch the bottom to the top there, you could have made 10%. If you caught the bottom, but that's not going to happen. You know why? Because you don't catch a falling knife, and no one's going to catch it if it's coming down. That's just how it goes. And we're definitely bummed out about the money. You got to stop losing money, Patrick. So let's make a promise on stream right now that I will not buy a Solana. I will not buy a crypto unless it hits my buy marks, which is right here at about 55, another one at about 30, and another one about 20. And the ladder in those buys, when my big buy would be around $20. Of course, we can save a little bit of money up over the next couple weeks and months, uh, you know, and see what happens, And I'm sad that I lost money again. And there's something to be learned every time you lose money. And the definition of insanity is repeating the same mistakes over and over again. And you don't want to be a crazy person in crypto. So it's time to stop trying to catch a falling knife. It's not going to happen. You don't know how this is going to bounce. I mean, I have a friend who made a bunch of money in crypto, and he's looking to sell and to just wait for the bounce. And I think a lot of people are, and they're not going to get it. They're just not going to get the bounce they think they're going to get. Like, I don't think Solana's going to go back up to, $130. I just don't think that that's it. I think maybe it comes back up to 112, maybe, somewhere around there. In fact, I'll even draw a box. Let's just draw another one. Maybe it comes back up to 110. Not even. 106 to $100. Oop. Right here. Let's draw the box right here. 108, let's say, to 102. Let's just say it's something like that. Maybe. Of course, my thinking is, okay, well, if that's what you think and it comes down to 70, what would it be? A 50% bounce trade. My mind is saying that that's a good trade. Should we be taking that trade? No. No matter, the hardest part for me is going to be to see the bounce happening and not try to trade it. That's going to be the hardest part for me. That's why I'm making these videos, because so I can come on here a couple times a week and tell you that this number right here is getting bigger. This number right here needs to get to be about $10,000, and I think that can make us a lot of money in crypto. $10,000, I mean, even if you did a 10x, right? Just saying, 10,000, right? Times a 10x, you're looking at $100,000. That's just a 10x. I mean, if Solana was $50 and it goes to $2,000, that's a difference of 1,500 divided by 50. There you go. It's a 30x times that by $10,000. You're looking at 300 grand. And that's just with 10 grand. And if Solana goes to $5,000, you're looking at what, 500 grand, something like that, if I do the math right. So, and that's just with 10,000 at a $50 buy price for Solana. Of course, if it goes lower, we're looking at even more. We're looking at even more X's. So, just something else to be thinking about, that this number cannot go any lower. We had almost $1,000 more, and that's gone now. So the idea here is that we stick to the commitment. We stick to our guns. We don't play off of our emotions. You have to be emotionless. And that means when this starts to bounce, okay, that we don't get emotional that we are losing out on money. And when it finally does come up, let's say it comes up 50%, you can't look at that and go, oh, I should have done that trade. And even me talking about it now makes me want to do it because I'm down money. and I want to use that money to make more money. But this is a bear market, and you don't take longs in a bear market. You just don't do it. You can DCA, but you should have your buy levels. You know, $50. You know, $31, $20. Does Solana go any lower than $20? I mean, if it's absolutely like the lowest of the lows, I mean, what would that look like? Back here, we got what kind of levels of support? You know, look, that's all your that Solana got bought the hell up there, right at that $20 level. So maybe we set some buy orders in at $20. You know, over the course of the next couple months, we'll set some buy orders up at $1, and we'll start making a plan for buy orders. This way, it kind of feels like we're buying crypto, but we're not. We're just planning on buying crypto and keeping that money on Coinbase in cash. In fact, you know what? We got how much money? Let's try to do it right now. Let's make a buy order. Let's make a buy order for $500 at what? At $20 Solana? I mean, let's just take a look at that. Let's just take a look at that. If you had a $20 Solana, right, go up to $2,000, right? That's $1,800, right? Or I'm sorry, 1980, right? You know, is that right? Yeah, that would be the difference, right? Divided by the 20, that's 100x. Multiply that by your $10,000, or it'd be 500, right? $500 times 99, 100x. Looking at 50 grand. So let's just call it like it is. $500 for 50 grand right now. That is the bet we are taking. That is the bet. So let's go to trade. Let's go to advanced trade, which is where we're at, Solana. And let's make this buy order right now. And let's just make sure we hit this buy order. So where are these big levels? Do you think it'll wick down past these levels is my question. That's the real question. I mean, it went right down to here, 23. Let's just make it an even 20, like whatever. You know, you want your buy order to get hit though. So let's just say it comes. We want it to get hit. We can make it 21. We should do a little. We should make it a little bit cheeky, shouldn't we? Make it an even 20. Let's just make it an even 20, and that will be a very big buy order, and you have to be extremely happy with that. I mean, Solana for $20. Give me a break. All right, so let's just figure this money is gone now. An amount, total 50. No, 500. Right. Yep. This is gonna be a very big order. Okay. Am I frozen? I'm frozen. Let's just fix this up real quick for the end of the video. Here I am. I'm about to make myself $50,000 in 2025. Let's go. A buy order at $20 at Solana. All right, $500 buy Sol. This is what we wait for now. Let's just make sure that's there. One order open. I got two orders open. Oh, I have a sell order here. Let's cancel that. Cancel the order. That must be why I have some Solana in here. Let's just sell that back to cash real quick because we don't need that. We just don't need it. It says I can't even sell it, so who cares? Okay. That's what we got. That's what we got. We have a buy order in for Solana at $20 even for $500, which could be a very nice chunk of change in 2025. I never floated myself on top. So, you couldn't see me, but it is what it is. That's going to be it for the video. I want everybody to have a great day. Don't panic sell your crypto, and stay safe and be careful out there. Stick to your guns. Follow through with your plan. Have a plan. Follow through with your plan. And, just don't let anyone or yourself, even yourself, steal away the financial freedom that can come with crypto. The only way you lose in crypto is if you sell or if you overtrade. Just buy and hodl. Consider that money gone when you buy something, and don't get jealous when the price dips lower. In a bear market, that's all it does. That's all it does. And then you have these little relief rallies and you think it's going to go up, and there's no way to catch the bounce. I mean, just real quick before we go, let's just take a quick look at Bitcoin. I mean, take a look at, this was this mini bear market over here. Let's just look at the bear market from back here, from 2017. Just trying to catch these dips, was ridiculous. You caught this dip. Look, 30% on Bitcoin, or 40%. I mean, who knows? Maybe we have dips like this. It's really bearish right now, and even in the depths of crypto winter, if you're dollar cost averaging and Bitcoin goes up, 100%, like it did. Oh, look, it went up 200%. This is crazy. If you're dollar cost averaging, you can end up taking profits and then buying more in the bear market if you have a huge spike, but only when you're not trying to time the market, because that's the only time you're going to get something like that. Anyway, I digress, and it is time to go. So, everybody, be good. See you in the next video.